Okay. You know, a lot of times I like to try to make sure, especially for a lot of you young fellas, you know, that I'm not constantly dropping videos that are like, it's doom, you know, because there's always, you know, it's humanity. So we're always up to something. And so there's kind of some good I'm seeing around here in Eugene, Oregon. There was fundamentally over planning. I have to really think about this in the sense of a tendency of Democrats, and really Republicans probably do this too. It's just one of those things that when you have the ability of low interest rates, so there just seems to just be money to develop places, that you just over plan a little. Come on, use the accelerator. Use that accelerator. Oh yeah. If people here are a little weird about accelerating their vehicles, unless they aren't. And so you're kind of sometimes sitting there going, what's this person floating around for? And so the Eugene, Oregon actually still has potential. It's that the way that housing has been developed, and really somebody pointed this out. This is going to be one of the places, actually, oh my gosh, I'm glad I thought about this, because this is related, but I had totally forgotten. Eugene, Oregon is one of the many places that's the crisis is going to hit with Airbnb. This was directly named in the first Airbnb crisis video by Reventure Consultation. He mentioned Eugene, Oregon specifically, and Eugene, Oregon had the typical balance of 3 times the number of Airbnbs available to the equivalent category of rental in the market. So if there was 1,000 single-family homes that you could rent for Airbnb, if there were 1,000 single-family homes in the Eugene area for rent, Eugene has the Airbnb crisis. There are 3,000 Airbnbs in comparison of the same type. So this is, the housing crisis that's happened here. What this ended up doing for a while was it ended up forcing a lot of the young folks who grew up in the area to branch out, go up to Portland, go to Seattle, you know, try San Francisco, things like that. I saw fundamentally about 15 years of kids not able to settle down in Eugene who were born and raised here, move on to other states, other cities, other countries, sometimes to come back. But I mean, it's a loss of the idea of a legacy of people that actually are invested in the town multi-generationally. So that's just, I don't trust an area that nobody sees a problem with them shedding their youth because their youth can't actually come up in any industry, which that then shows. So what industries were they trying to go into? You know, that's its own question. But I mean, to go to school, to try to make it, to get a specialized trade or specialized profession, and then make it in Eugene, Oregon, that there's all these people who have fundamentally just kind of given up on that, and they leave. So the city then needs people, they need sort of to attract a business that will then attract the talent. So rather than raising the talent, so rather than the Spartan model, that you raise a talent that then your youth are loyal to you because you taught them to be great adults. That it's the other. It's very opposite. It's so, and we're all a part of the same society here, you know, same culture. So that is how that's gone. And now it is also, I know some people say this is a boomer phenomena, that there are boomers who could remember kind of people helping them come up in a way that Gen Xers and beyond were like, no, I honestly think I was thwarted by people older than me. And a lot of people feel that way, a lot. You hear that a lot. Especially guys who are in the professions who ended up just going into, like, say, flipping real estate, or, you know, making money off of rentals, doing like the, you know, Captain Capitalism kind of way of doing things, that they finally just realized that there was only so high up they wanted to get and deal with all the bullshit. Well, so there's lots of potential in the area. It's the housing. It is now the housing for people who are the necessary people for jobs. Cheaper. And there's not a way you could fake that. And there's not a way you could just kind of redesign things so that you could house people. So the area is going to have its own troubles in this regard. And then they will probably try to outlaw Airbnbs here. Very, very, very likely they'll try to, like, keep that from ever happening again. Because they're going to look at it as, well, nobody, you know, we had all these homeless people. And we had Airbnbs, then Airbnb collapsed, so Airbnb must be bad. Do the same kind of power of logic like Orange Man is. It turned out negative for me, so it must be bad. The next thing is Dr. Umar Johnson and his thing about being anti-mixed race, and that stance he's taking, which was inevitable. I kind of presumed he did feel that way, always. He has to cater to black women, because black women are the racists. Black men get to marry white chicks. Black women get to watch and maybe show up at the wedding and stuff like that, and say to their white girlfriend, like, good for you. He was hot. He's still hot, you know, that kind of thing. But I think this is kind of like, okay, so to some degree it doesn't matter. To some degree it doesn't matter that he has such a stance, because I am here at one of the schools that, one of these areas, the Democratic enclave, that you have a university that without the athletics would not be prestigious, period. It's just not academically or intellectually prestigious enough. No, it's not producing somebody who's all over the internet just bombing fools in debates. You know, it's not known for its scientific publishing. It's known for its sports team. Dr. Umar Johnson doesn't see that most of these very talented black men are getting with alpha feeds. That's it. Period. I see it. I'm at the place that they all must go to eat food. So I see these people together, and these are hot alpha fee black.com dream girls. Okay, so I'm sorry, you can't. They've been given money to play ball, and now they've got it all. I mean, bro, yeah, you're not going to beat that, Johnson.